Hey guys, wanted to do a quick video of how I tie my scarves and turbans. I've been getting a lot of compliments on my Instagram of my different turban looks, so I wanted to do a quick tutorial of how I style my different looks. So with the first look, you're going to need just a regular scarf. This one isn't that big. This one I use to go to sleep in, so and it's just a square scarf, just a regular square scarf. So as you can see, I'm using like an old twist out here. So we're going to take the scarf and make it pretty even into a triangle. Like this, as you guys can see. And we're going to take all of our hair and like push it towards the front. Just push it down and then put your scarf with the straight edge along the nape of your neck. Push all your hair forward on the sides. Like this. You're going to take it, tie it in the front first, as so. Don't tie it in a knot, just like cross the two sides together. And then in the back, you're going to take it directly behind your poof and make a small knot. So you can make this as tight as you want, depending on how tight you want your poof to be at the base. And then just tie it in a knot, tuck the ends here. Make sure they're just tucked away. And you'll take this flap here and tuck it under, so you kind of have like a smooth line and there's no pieces hanging out. And then just tuck it as far as you need to. And then fluff your poof as necessary. Gives you almost like a mini facelift. And then fluff it as you see fit. I like to keep my ears in, but you can always take them out as well here. I just like mine to stay in, and then just have my earrings kind of out like this. So this is the first look, and as you can see, it's kind of like a poof, but you just have the scarf here. So there we go. For the second look, I have now flat twisted my hair going up, and then I've folded over the flat twist and then pinned them down. So I've pinned them in the middle, and I've also pinned each flat twist down and just going right next to the flat twist itself. And I do it going up because the majority of the bulk is going to be at where you end your flat twist. So I'd rather begin at the bottom and then have the bulk at the top versus it start bulging around like my hairline and look weird and creepy and then be like super flat up here. So if you want me to, I can do a tutorial on how to flat twist, you know, going up or sideways or whatever. And yeah, so it's all just pinned down just because my hair is really big, and if I try to put like a quick updo and then put my turban, my hair just like pops out of the bobby pins and it's all over the place, and then my turban looks super lumpy. So I found that this is the best solution if my hair isn't already like tamed down before I put the turban on. So I'm going to take my scarf from the first look. I always put a satin scarf or a silk scarf underneath my turban because usually they're cotton scarves that I found somewhere, and I just don't want them rubbing on my hair all day since I will be wearing them majority of the day. So you'll take the scarf that you had in the first look or whatever scarf that you use to tie your hair down, and unlike the first look, we're going to make the triangles at the bottom pretty uneven. You just want to make sure that your whole head is covered. So you're going to take the flat part and put it around the front part of your head so that your knot, when you bring it around, is up here and the knot of your turban can cover it up. Go like this, and then as you can see in the back, I'm just going to cross it over, pull it tight, just kind of, and then we'll take it in the front. And try to get your knot centered unless your turban is not centered. Sometimes I do wear my knots off to the side at times. And then in the back, I'm just going to pull this as tight as possible just to keep everything in place and make it as smooth as possible. These little things don't matter, but if you want to, you can tuck them away. And you're going to take this, you see how like close it is to my eyebrows? Like your turban is not going to come down this far. So take this and turn it up. It's okay if like your hairline is out, you just want this as close to your hairline as possible. If you need to push it up, you can, but you just see how I've like now covered the knot with this, not for any other reason other than I just don't want my scarf showing through when I put the turban on. So for this one, I'm going to use my leopard scarf, and sometimes like it has like this orange edge around it. Sometimes I fold it in, or sometimes I leave it out depending on what look I'm going for, but the orange will show through. I love patterned scarves for turbans because they just, like, your knot is not the same. Like, it just looks gorgeous every single time. It's always like something different. So this one, we're going to take this edge and put it around the back of our head, and just make sure both sides are pretty even. And then you're going to gather everything in the front near where your knot is for your scarf underneath, and you're going to start twirling. Make this pretty tight, because you'll see that it's just going to kind of like twirl on top of each other once you start twirling it. And as you can see, like my scarf, once I get closer, there's the striations of orange that are going to show through, especially once I get to the outer end. Okay. So keep twirling until you get pretty much almost all the way to the end. And I pretty much have like about this much left. I'll probably twirl it a little bit more. And then you're going to take it and try to like go in the direction that you feel like your scarf is like more bending towards, and just keep going on the outside. You see how I started and then just kept going, just kept like going around each other. Don't do it behind, because then your knot will just come out like this. Like, my hand was really close to the camera. So and then once you get to about this much, start going behind, because then you'll be like in your eyes. And then just keep tucking it. So just keep, and make it tight so that your knot doesn't go anywhere. And then sometimes you'll have to adjust, as you can see. Sometimes your knot will move, and then you just adjust it to be in the place where it needs to be. And this little thing, I do have frays on the end of mine, so sometimes they get out of place. So as you can see, I have like little orange all throughout like the knot of my turban. And like I said before, I do like my earrings just to be out and my ears to be in. So you can move this back if necessary. Sorry, I was like making my face like super facelift. So this is what it looks like. And like it just looks sleeker to me when it has like my ears are covered and my earrings are just out. I just feel like super, just, I don't know, cute. So that's it for look 2. How do you guys like it? For this last look, I'm going to keep my scarf on, and I'm going to use my purple turban and show you guys the double knot turban. So for this look, I like to have my turban a little uneven. This one has tassels on the end. It's quite a large scarf, but I started off uneven just so I have more fabric to work with for my knots. And you're just going to drape it around the back of your head again. This time, one side is going to be shorter. And I like to tuck that side into the other side just so that none of the tassels show as I'm twisting my turban or in my knot. Like, I don't have to tuck away any tassels. So just twist it all the way down, probably about halfway. And then you're going to start your first knot. So you're going to come around, go around once, like so, and just make sure it's quite tight. And then for the next knot, you're going to keep twisting. So instead of going around again like we did with the second turban or the second look, we're going to make another knot here on top and bring the scarf under the first knot, the end of it. And we're going to tuck all the ends into place for mine. All these little tassels are everywhere, and just tuck them so that there's none showing. So there's our first knot here, and then our second knot. So I'll show you guys that one more time. So those are my 3 looks with my turbans. Let me know which one you like best and if you try them. Definitely tag me in any Instagram photos and let me know on YouTube how you like them and if you guys want more tutorials of how I style my hair. Talk to you guys later. Have a great day. Hey guys, bonus turban. Hopefully you guys stuck around after my final music to get this final look. For this look, I'll be using my lovely brown, orange, and purple scarf. It does have this fringe at the end, so usually what I do is, I think it has like a permanent crease in it. I fold it over like this, as you can kind of see. It's a little see-through, so you can see the fringe behind. And I do it probably maybe like a couple of feet and just make sure that my hands are wide enough apart, just so that the fold reaches all the way around so I don't have little like frays coming out at the end. So just put the side that you've now folded over behind your head. Just make sure like it's smoothed down so none of the frays are gonna come out. And then bring it in front. So you'll take the 2 front pieces and kind of go like this. And now you're gonna cross them. And you're gonna just start twisting them all the way down, just like you would a 2-strand twist. Twist, twist, twist. And then just keep twisting. Try to get your twist as tight as possible because with this look, it is a little bit more difficult to get as tight as you want it. But just keep twisting. Almost done, almost done. Twist, twist, twist. My arms hurt. Okay. So now that you pretty much have it like almost all the way done, you can start twisting. Make sure the base is pretty tight because you don't want your turban to move. Like I said, this is a looser turban situation, so you may have to retie this throughout the day. So just kind of hold this in place, and with your other hand, just like keep alternating hands. Hold in place. And once you get to the part where you don't have any more, you don't have to twist it, just kind of twirl it like this and tuck it under like we've done with the other looks. And just tuck it behind like this. With this one, because it does have the frays, they're all over the place. There's really no way to hide them when you 2-strand twist it this way. But I just wanted to show you guys like a new scarf. So there's that. Fix your earrings if you put them on before you do your turban. Like, fix your ears. Sometimes my ears get folded up. You can see this big lump right here. But with this look, it just gives you more texture in your knot, and you see a different pattern with your scarf as well. I would suggest probably doing this on a scarf that doesn't have the frays, unless you like the frayed look. Sometimes you want a little bit of frayedness going on. So let me know how you guys like this look and how you like the rest of my turbans that I did. And if you want any more videos, just please rate, comment, and subscribe. Till next time, guys. Bye.